Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Box with the Technical Trader. Thursday night, February the 3rd, 2011. These are the charts of the day. There's still quite a few bullish-looking charts out there. Let's start with AUDC and take a look at this. We noted it earlier in the week. Yesterday it popped. Today it broke out across the declining tops line and out of the wedge. As volume picked up to more than 1 million shares, up 5.25%, 38 cents. But it looks like it's headed now for the top of the channel, around 9. That's our trading target. AVL, rare earth stock, which popped yesterday, had a bit of a follow through today, and it's still right at lateral resistance. If we get through here, I'm looking for a move to test the $8 range, my short-term target, secondary target at 10. BLTI broke out yesterday. We showed you that, had a follow through today. Volume backed off just a little bit, but still pretty strong. I'm still expecting this stock to get up towards 4 3/4, my short-term target. Another terrific follow through session on Broadsoft BSFT yesterday, jumping 458, up another 345 today. Now 8 points in just 2 sessions. You can see a clean break out of this trading range across lateral resistance here, and it's on its way up towards the high 30s, perhaps even 40. CELL had a spectacular price volume surge today, I believe after earnings came out. Stock broke through 3-month resistance level, an explosive volume of 4.4 million, up 274, 28.8%. Big move for that stock and a clean breakaway gap across a 2-year range. So at this point, I'm looking for a stock that trades up to the $15 level short term. Double Eagle is absolutely spectacular and has been for about 7 or 8 sessions, moving up from the 6 range to 973 today, up another 93 cents at closing at 943. 590,000 shares, the heaviest volume that the stock has traded in a year and a half, and certainly a spectacular breakout and follow through to the 2-year coiling base type pattern. Initial resistance at 10.5, I expect to be tested shortly, perhaps even as high as the 11.5 range. Depot had the big price volume surge a few days ago, stalled for a day, and then followed through yesterday. Again today, up another 66 cents or 7%. To close just under 10 on 4 million shares. Technical surging. Stock looks higher to me, although obviously at this point a little ahead of itself. Right now momentum is strong enough perhaps to carry this to the 12, 12.5 range. DSCI had a big spectacular breakaway gap today on drug news, opening in at 912, reaching 950 at one point, backing off to just under the 9 level, up 232 on 566,000 shares. This thinly traded biotech stock, that was the biggest volume ever traded since it went public. At this point, perhaps momentum can take this up towards the 10-11 zone. That's our short-term target. DataLink, following through on yesterday's move and the breakout of this flag pattern over the last couple sessions, continues higher. I'm looking for 9.5 on this target, on the stock's short-term trading target, up here at lateral resistance. Up next is EEE. Now, a spectacular price volume surge occurred in early January, followed by a 2.5-week coil. Low volume ebb here. Broke out yesterday, followed through with another 37 cents or 11.3% today. And now it moved across this initial resistance zone. Could get us up towards 4 3/4, my secondary trading target, excuse me. MOBI, fairly recent new issue, spin off from Motorola. After basing out for a month or so, popped in mid-January, flagged for 4 or 5 days, exploded again, stalled, and then the last 2 days has been very strong today. In particular, up $1.03 or 14% at 1.3 million. Looks like this isn't done yet. Looking for a move up to test maybe the $10 range. Uplink. After the big breakaway gap 5 days ago, in 2-day run, it backed off for a day, got very quiet and narrow on an inside day. Yesterday reversed, today followed through, up another $1.16 or 4.6% on solid volume and technicals running. I think this could be a $28 to $30 stock. I think we'll set that as our target. PLX had a significant price volume surge and broke out of a wedge today through its declining tops line at 21-day moving average, running 48 cents or almost 5%. 832,000 shares is the biggest volume on an update going back a few months. If he gets through the 10.5 range, I'm looking for a run up towards the 11.5 to 12 zone. Reddif, significant price volume surge may have broken it out of this declining channel. popped 98 cents or 15.5% on 2 million shares. That's the biggest volume in 2 weeks, and perhaps the beginning of a new up leg. At this point, I'd be looking for a retest of the highs up around the 9 3/4, 990 zone. Secondary target around 13. SFLY had a big day with spectacular earnings, opening at 40, getting up to 41.31 point, closing at 40.57, up 626 on 2.5 million shares. That's the heaviest volume in 2.5 years in the stock. And at this point, after taking out the 2007 all-time high, has set the stock in motion for higher levels. We'll call 45 our short-term target, 48 to 50 our secondary target. Silicon Graphics also with a spectacular earnings report, gapped up big time today. Yesterday you see it reversed, and today it gapped big time and then ran from 13.25 up to 14 before closing back to 13.72. But up nearly 26% on the biggest volume we've ever seen in the stock, or at least in the last several years, and perhaps a test forthcoming that'll take it up near the 14.5 range short term. If that's taken out, look for a move up towards 16.17. And lastly today, spectacular move this week from TA after the big price volume surge day before yesterday and a tiny inside resting day yesterday. Today it popped another 272 or 32% on 3.7 million, and the stock may be headed for my short-term trading target, swing trade target around 14.5. That's it for tonight and for this week. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday night.